All right, our fourth speaker will be Greg. Greg is a member of the Genesee County DSA, an advocate, a future public defender, and a concerned Batavia resident.
All right, hello. Let's start off by letting people know we're here. I know everybody knows the response to this. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
My name is Greg. I'm here as an organizer with the Genesee County DSA. Thank you for being here this afternoon, for showing that Western New York stands together in opposing the entrenchment of fascist ideology. We cannot stay silent. This teach-in is not just about the ReAwaken America tour taking place today. It is about solidifying a movement of the people, all people, not just white, heterosexual, so-called Christian patriots. We, as socialists, believe that if people's needs are met, if they are provided the conditions to live a dignified life, if they do not feel alienated and voiceless, that fascism will not gain ground. I joined DSA in the spring of 2020. At that time, COVID was beginning to run rampant through society. Our government's response was weak and late. Our healthcare system, shaped by years of profit-motivated care, was unprepared for the crisis. People were faced with a choice between not paying their bills or putting their lives at risk. Essential workers were forced onto the front lines, but remained at the bottom of the class structure. And those with small businesses, forced to shutter their doors, confronted the possibility of being pressed into precarity. We must recognize that people have legitimate concerns regarding their material conditions. There's a link between our failing healthcare system and COVID denialism. We must also acknowledge people's feelings of isolation. We live in a society that doesn't seem to value life, that witnessed over 1 million deaths from COVID, while our leaders called for return to business as usual. Where 2 million people exist as exiles behind the bars of our jails and prisons. Where 12 million people, 12 million children, live in food-insecure households, and where regular shooting deaths have been metabolized. These problems are overwhelming. It is easy to drift into nihilism and indifference, to construct elaborate fantasies about the demonic forces tearing apart the fabric of our society. Those speaking at the ReAwaken America tour hope to play on these fears, to exploit the hopelessness that people are feeling. But what the ReAwaken America tour offers as a solution is the scapegoating of minorities and an increasingly authoritarian society. These beliefs can only result in a dangerous logic of elimination. As socialists, we offer an alternative vision with the needs of all people at its center. I know you are all here today because you care, because you believe that if we work together, we can change the circumstances that have led to those outcomes that I have just described. Genesee County DSA is a relatively new organization. We first met at the beginning of April, but that meeting, with higher attendance than any of us could have anticipated, showed each of us that we are not alone in confronting these issues. Since the ReAwaken America tour settled its sights on Batavia, we have discovered even more allies. The amplification of our opposition to fascism, our protests against this event over the preceding weeks, and today's teach-in all happened because we could count on one another. This is what democracy looks like. With our collective voice, we shall overcome. We must do more than vote every 2 years. We must continue to find our strength in one another and build networks to create real change. Change that will deny the hateful ideology of fascism room to fester. Solidarity forever!